everyone, and welcome back to the channel. How are you today? Today I am here with Daniel, and we're going to talk about 10 daily habits that can make you more disciplined.
Hello, everyone. I'm excited about today's topic because discipline is one of the most important keys to success.
That's true. Many people think discipline means having a strict or difficult life.
But real discipline is simply doing what you need to do, even when you don't feel like doing it.
Exactly. It's about building good habits and making smart choices every day.
And the good news is that discipline is a skill anyone can develop.
You don't have to be born disciplined. You become disciplined through daily practice.
Today, we'll share 10 simple habits that can help you become more focused, productive, and consistent.
These habits don't require special talent or expensive tools.
They only require commitment and a willingness to improve one step at a time.
Remember, small actions repeated every day create big results over time.
That's why successful people pay attention to their daily routines.
If you're ready to build better habits, today's conversation is for you. Let's begin with the first daily habit that can strengthen your discipline. In the next session, we'll talk about starting your day with a clear plan. Let's begin with the first daily habit that can make you more disciplined.
Habit number 1 is starting your day with a clear plan.
Why is planning so important?
Because when you know what you need to do, you're less likely to waste time deciding what to do next.
Many successful people spend just a few minutes planning their day every morning.
That's right. Some even prepare their plan the night before.
You don't need a complicated system. A simple to-do list is enough.
Try writing down your 3 most important tasks for the day.
Then start with the most important one before checking social media or emails.
Completing your first task gives you a sense of progress and motivates you to keep going.
Planning also helps you avoid distractions because you already know your priorities.
Remember, discipline isn't about doing everything. It's about doing the right things consistently.
Even if your plan changes during the day, having a direction is always better than having no plan.
A few minutes of planning each morning can save you hours of confusion later.
In the next session, we'll talk about another powerful habit, keeping your promises to yourself. Let's move on to our second daily habit for building discipline.
Habit number 2 is keeping your promises to yourself.
We usually try hard to keep promises we make to other people.
That's true, but many of us break the promises we make to ourselves.
For example, you might say, I'll exercise tomorrow, but then you skip it.
Or you decide to study English for 30 minutes every day, but after a few days you stop.
Every time you break a promise to yourself, you lose a little trust in yourself.
On the other hand, every time you keep your word, your confidence becomes stronger.
That's why it's better to make small promises that you can actually keep.
For example, read 1 page, exercise for 10 minutes, or learn 5 new English words.
Small wins may not seem important, but they build strong habits over time.
Discipline grows when your actions match your words.
So before making a promise to yourself, ask, can I really do this today?
And if the answer is yes, do it without making excuses.
In the next session, we'll talk about another powerful habit, doing the hardest task first. Welcome back. Let's talk about another habit that highly disciplined people practice every day.
Habit number 3 is doing the hardest task first.
Why should we start with the hardest task?
Because your energy and focus are usually highest at the beginning of the day.
Many people keep delaying difficult tasks because they seem stressful.
That's true, but the longer you avoid them, the more pressure you feel.
Imagine you have to write a report, prepare for an exam, and answer a few emails.
A disciplined person finishes the report first because it's the most challenging task.
Once the hardest task is done, the rest of the day feels much easier.
Exactly. You also feel more confident because you've already completed your biggest responsibility.
This habit is sometimes called eating the frog, which means doing the most difficult task before anything else.
It doesn't mean the task will be perfect. It simply means you stop avoiding it and get started.
Remember, progress begins when you take action, not when you wait for the perfect moment.
Every time you complete a difficult task, you strengthen your self-discipline and build mental toughness.
In the next session, we'll discuss another important habit, limiting distractions and staying focused. Welcome back. Let's explore another habit that disciplined people practice every day.
Habit number 4 is limiting distractions and staying focused.
We live in a world full of distractions, don't we?
Absolutely. Phones, social media, emails, and notifications can easily take our attention away.
Sometimes we only want to check our phone for 1 minute.
But that 1 minute can quickly turn into 20 or 30 minutes.
That's why disciplined people create an environment that helps them stay focused.
For example, they put their phone on silent, close unnecessary apps, or work in a quiet place.
Another helpful idea is to work for a set amount of time without interruptions.
You could focus for 25 or 30 minutes, then take a short break before starting again.
When you give your full attention to one task, you often finish it faster and with better quality.
Remember, being busy isn't the same as being focused. Real progress comes from deep concentration.
Every time you choose focus over distraction, you strengthen your self-discipline.
And over time, staying focused becomes a habit instead of a struggle.
In the next session, we'll talk about another powerful habit, being consistent, even on difficult days.
Let's talk about a habit that separates disciplined people from everyone else.
Habit number 5 is being consistent, even on difficult days.
Many people work hard when they feel motivated.
That's true, but disciplined people continue working even when motivation disappears.
So discipline is stronger than motivation?
Exactly. Motivation comes and goes, but discipline helps you stay on track.
For example, you may not feel like studying English today.
Instead of skipping your lesson completely, study for just 10 or 15 minutes.
A small effort is always better than no effort at all.
That's right. Consistency is about showing up every day, even if you can't do your best.
These small actions build strong habits over time.
And once a habit becomes part of your daily routine, it feels much easier to maintain.
Remember, success isn't built in one perfect day. It's built through hundreds of ordinary days. Keep moving forward, even if your progress feels slow. Every step counts. In the next session, we'll explore another important habit, learning to say no to unnecessary distractions and temptations. Today, we're talking about another habit that disciplined people develop over time.
Habit number 6 is learning to say no to distractions and unnecessary temptations.
Saying no isn't always easy, is it?
No, it isn't. We often want to please everyone or do things that feel fun in the moment.
But every time we say yes to a distraction, we may be saying no to our goals.
That's a great way to think about it. Your choices today shape your future.
For example, imagine you're planning to study English this evening.
Then a friend invites you to play games for 3 hours.
A disciplined person doesn't always refuse. Instead, they finish their important work first.
Exactly. You can say, I'll join you later after I finish studying.
Discipline isn't about never having fun. It's about knowing your priorities.
The more often you choose your long-term goals over short-term pleasure, the stronger your self-discipline becomes.
Every small decision matters, even when no one else is watching.
Successful people understand that saying no to one distraction often means saying yes to a better future.
In the next session, we'll talk about another powerful habit, learning from your mistakes instead of making excuses. Welcome back. Let's continue with another habit that helps build real discipline. Habit number 7 is learning from your mistakes instead of making excuses. Everyone makes mistakes, don't they? Absolutely. Mistakes are a normal part of learning and improving. The difference is how we respond to those mistakes. That's right. Disciplined people ask, what can I learn from this, instead of whose fault is this? For example, if you don't reach your study goal this week, don't immediately give up. Instead, think about what went wrong. Maybe your schedule wasn't realistic, or maybe you were distracted. Once you understand the reason, you can make a better plan for next time. Excuses may make you feel better for a moment, but they don't help you improve. Taking responsibility isn't always easy, but it's one of the strongest signs of discipline. Every mistake is an opportunity to become wiser, stronger, and more prepared for the future. Remember, successful people don't avoid failure. They use it as a lesson to grow. The more you learn from your mistakes, the faster you'll improve in every area of your life. In the next session, we'll discuss another important habit, tracking your progress and celebrating small wins. We've already talked about several habits that build discipline. Now let's explore another powerful one.
Habit number 8 is tracking your progress and celebrating small wins.
Why is tracking progress so important?
Because when you can see your progress, you stay motivated to keep going.
Sometimes people feel like they're not improving, even though they're working hard.
That's true. But if you write down your daily achievements, you'll notice how much you've actually accomplished.
For example, if you're learning English, you could record how many new words you learn or how many minutes you practice each day.
Or if you're exercising, you can keep a simple record of your workouts each week.
Seeing your progress reminds you that every small effort matters.
It's also important to celebrate your small victories along the way.
That doesn't mean buying expensive rewards every time you finish a task.
Sometimes simply saying, I did a great job today, is enough to build confidence.
Discipline grows when you recognize your progress instead of only focusing on how far you still have to go.
Keep moving forward one step at a time, and those small wins will eventually become big achievements.
In the next session, we'll talk about our final habit, never stop improving yourself. We've reached our final daily habit for becoming more disciplined,
Habit number 9 is never stop improving yourself.
Does self-improvement really help us become more disciplined?
Absolutely. Every new skill you learn and every good habit you build makes you a stronger and more disciplined person.
The best part is that self-improvement doesn't have to be something big.
That's right. Reading a few pages, learning a new English word, or practicing a skill for 15 minutes each day can make a huge difference.
Disciplined people understand that learning never ends.
They don't wait until they know everything before taking action. They learn while they grow.
It's also important to compare yourself with who you were yesterday, not with other people.
Everyone has a different journey. Your goal is simply to become a little better every day.
Let's quickly review today's habits. Plan your day, keep your promises, do the hardest task first, stay focused, and be consistent.
We also talked about saying no to distractions, learning from mistakes, tracking your progress, and continuing to improve yourself.
Here's a question for our listeners. Which habit do you need to work on the most? Tell us in the comments below.
In our final session, we'll summarize today's lesson and leave you with a few encouraging words before we say goodbye.
Daniel, today we explored daily habits that can help anyone become more disciplined.
That's right. We learned that discipline isn't something you're born with. It's something you build through consistent daily actions.
We talked about planning your day, keeping promises to yourself, and doing the hardest task first.
We also discussed limiting distractions, staying consistent even on difficult days, and learning to say no to things that don't support your goals.
Then we learned why it's important to learn from mistakes instead of making excuses.
We also discovered the value of tracking your progress and celebrating small wins along the way.
Finally, we talked about never stopping your journey of self-improvement.
Remember, discipline isn't about being perfect. It's about making the right choice more often than the easy choice.
Even if you improve by just 1% every day, those small improvements will create amazing results over time. Start with one habit today. Once it becomes part of your routine, add another one. Success doesn't come from one big decision. It comes from hundreds of small, disciplined choices.
Believe in yourself, stay patient, and trust the process. Every step forward matters.
If you enjoyed today's podcast, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and share it with someone who wants to become more disciplined. We'd also love to hear from you. Which daily habit are you going to start today? Tell us in the comments below. Thank you so much for listening to the Easy English Podcast. Keep learning, keep growing, stay disciplined, and we'll see you in the next episode.